News of the dissolution of the cabinet went viral on social media, with users taking to online platforms to air their opinions on the matter. Here's NTV's Brian Mushiri with some of those reactions.
Ahead of the presser, the Nation Media Group ran a poll to get a pulse of the nation. What were people expecting the president to address on? On X, 54% of the more than 6,000 participants who participated on the NTV Kenya's poll put their bet on a cabinet reshuffle. The other options were budget cuts and foreigners and protests. On the Nation.Africa WhatsApp channel, nearly 2,000 people had a hunch on a looming cabinet reshuffle. However, the president went over and above their expectations by firing the entire cabinet, save for the deputy president and prime cabinet secretary Musalia Mudavadi. Shortly after the president made the announcement, NTV Kenya conducted a survey to find out the opinions of Kenyans about the president's move. While it was a welcome development, there were doubts about the impact of such a move. Further, some felt it was not enough. Activist Boniface Mwangi, also known as the People's Watchman, seemed to welcome the announcement about the dismissal of the cabinet, lauding Gen Zs for their efforts. Barely an hour after the dismissal, social media mentions calling for the abolishment of Prime Cabinet Secretary's office and foreign affairs held by Musalia Mudavadi were rife, which is not provided for by the Constitution. Also, there were demands for the reconstruction of the IEBC and recalling of members of parliament. This also came out from a couple of Kenyans who spoke to us.
That's total hypocrisy. Mbona meacha nini? Hiyo docket ya Mudavadi na ni unconstitutional. Haiko kwa constitution. That's being is being a hypocrite.
Moja kati ya zile vitu tumekuwa tukisema imefanyika. But I wonder mbona hakuanza na Musalia.
Yes.
Musalia alikuwa wa kwanza kuenda nyumbani because amekuwa hapo for a very long time without doing anything.
On X, #Ruto must go received new posts and users made fresh demands. A post by Senator Okiya Omtatah called for the president to reveal the identities of the criminals who the president said attacked parliament in a recent live interview. This post came shortly after the president announced that the cabinet had been dismissed. Despite the move to dissolve the cabinet, there were still notable mentions under the #Ruto must go, pointing out to protests on July the 16th, 2024, calling for the president's resignation. Whether Ruto will go or he will stay, whether there will be more Occupy demonstrations or none, what remains is that the people's power carried the day, with social media being a major catalyst to the changes. Brian Mushiri, NTV, Nairobi.